Hey, what's up, everyone? It's your girl, Sherelle. I'm the host of Let's Talk the Show, and this ain't a podcast. I want to thank y'all for joining me this Tuesday like y'all do every Tuesday. I got a great show in store for you. But before I go any further, make sure you click that button in your lower right corner and share this live with 3 friends you think will love the conversation. Y'all, I am super excited for tonight's very fun and brief show because it's really about sisterhood and girls just like doing their thing. Like the black women be just amazing. Like we really are just amazing. But before I get into all that, I got to give you something I'm grateful for. I always talk about I always like make it a thing to talk about what I'm grateful for in the beginning, because sometimes we get so caught up in the things that we don't have and we really forget about the blessings and the good things that we currently have. So whether it's a job, a house, a car, a person, place, a thing, like you really have to be grateful for what you have, because if you was to lose anything that you currently have, you probably be up shit's creek, right? So an attitude of gratitude, y'all. Let's always remember that. So today I would definitely say that I am grateful for the bond that I have with my siblings that allows our children to grow up together and create even tighter bonds, because I know that I had my cousins when I was younger, but not upwards into like high school, which I feel like would have been super important. But I really am grateful that my siblings and I have that bond with our children. We'll get to grow up together and have really fond memories of growing up and hanging with each other. And I think that's going to be so beautiful. And I think it's going to be so beautiful in the future, but it's even more beautiful now to look at it in the process while it's growing. So that's definitely what I am grateful for, y'all. I see you guys are joining. Make sure you drop something in the comment section that you are grateful for. So let's get right into it, you guys. We're going to do a little recap about me, and then we're going to jump into some training topics plus the topic of today's conversation, and so forth and so on. So lately, I just want to give y'all a little recap what's been going on with me. Ain't nothing really been going on with me. It's the same old work, being a mom, doing this show. I think I've been experimenting. Well, as far as when it comes to the show, I'm going to be experimenting with like new content or different types of content. Because it gets, when you are so used to doing something a certain way, you don't try other things. You're like, okay, I get it this way. I do it this way. And for me, I think that's what I kind of fell into. I feel as though the biggest problem was just not being consistent, but the type of content was working. However, I know now that that's not the case. It's consistency and the type of content that I'm putting out that's not resulting in the results that I want, right? So I'm going to be experimenting with different types of content, just different things. Looking back, I feel like when I was younger, that was something that I really miss about my young self. I was just so quick and so eager to try new things, not giving a damn about, what it looked like, or I don't know, just being being so open and trying new things and doing new things and being spontaneous. But on the flip side, when I was younger, while I would be so open to trying new things, I wasn't actively checking out the stats to see how well they were doing. I was just trying new things and shooting in the dark. Whereas now I'm a lot more analytical, so I'm paying attention to the results of trying new things, but I'm less likely to try new things. And so I kind of want to find a healthy balance as far as with the show and other things. So I kind of think that's where I am. But yeah, sorry about that quick rant. Let's see. Somebody said not to be cocky, but I'm grateful for myself for not giving up and not letting life circumstances win. Amen. Amen. Because life, baby. I love that. That kudos to you, because life will life, and it will definitely have you taking a completely different path than you intended to. Just because it got hella hard, not even a little hard, not kind of hard, hella hard. So shout out to you for, betting on yourself. And I don't think that's being cocky. I think that's really recognizing your strength and the power that you have. I think you should absolutely be grateful for that. So I don't think that's cocky at all. But let's get into it. Our trending topic on top of today's topic. So you guys, unless you've been under the rock, then you know that social media. Excuse me, Lord have mercy. Unless you guys have been under a rock, then you know that social media is booming with LSU and Iowa's most recent game. That means that Angel Reese, Caitlin, and Flau'jae have been lighting up the floor along with some other freshmen, I think on a different team named Juju. So if women's basketball has been killing social media, has had social media in a frenzy, has had social media in a chokehold. So I really wanted to talk about that because I know that for like the last, I'm going to say 6 to 8 months, I've been hearing so much more about women's basketball than I've heard in my entire life. Like, no lie. So I think that it's cool. Now I also want to say this. I don't have a lot of stats on what these girls be doing. I am a bandwagon fan to the day I die. Okay. I'm a bandwagon fan with the Lions, a bandwagon fan with whoever is, heating up on social media because I do not watch sports. I'm the type of person that I can catch on and I can figure out what's going on and I could argue it a little bit, but I don't really know what the hell I be talking about when it comes to sports because I don't follow it. It's not my speed. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay being a bandwagon fan. I understand that. And I know my place in the sports fandom area or whatever. So yeah, Flau'jae and Angel versus Caitlin. So it's LSU versus Iowa. And apparently the game was lit. I saw some clips of Caitlin shooting. I just want to say Caitlin was cooking, okay? Cooking in the game, y'all. I'm talking about she scored damn near half the points for the entire game. She had 41 points. 41. And I think they had 94 when the game was over. Sis, you're cooking, okay? So it was super dope. Honestly, it was super dope really to hear everybody talk about the girls' game. I know Angel Reese, my sister, said got fouled out or whatever, taken out the game in like the fourth quarter or whatever. So somebody said numbers just came out, 12.3 million views. That has to be the highest or the most watched women's collegiate basketball game in like, I don't know, 20 years or something like that. I don't know how long, but I feel like that's probably the highest watched game. Because the game was so competitive. It was so good. It was so passionate. It was just so like, they were really playing. They were putting the work on the floor. And I was told that they were going back and forth for a minute. And then I heard after halftime, Caitlin came back and just cooked it up on the court and was just threes all day. And the way everybody was talking about her really was just like, like when she get the ball, she low key Steph Curry little cousin or something. Like she was just on net. You don't even gotta hear it. You just know it's on net. But then on the flip side, there was Angel Reese and Flau'jae who have been heating up social media on their own. Okay. I definitely want to say that I heard them as they come as a pair. Usually they're really good, really close and really good teammates. And I heard about them last year. And, Angel caught a lot of smack for doing this in the game. And she did this, I think to Caitlin or somebody else during the game as well. And so she caught a lot of smack for that, which we expect, even especially in sports, for women to be more, in your words, to be more wrongfully ridiculed for the same things that we praise the men about. I love hearing the football players and the NBA players, mic'd up when they talking shit on the court or when they talking shit on the field. I love to hear it. And even if they're not talking shit, you just love to hear their conversations. So for women, for these two women in particular, these few women to really have brought that static back to women's basketball, for them to be ridiculed for the very same things that we love to hear the men talk about is really disheartening, and it's really not surprising. It's not surprising, honestly. We know that women are always held to a higher standard, unrealistic higher standard than men for the very same things, which is some bullshit. Okay, some bullshit. It's real some bullshit. So, but I just hope honestly that passes. I hope that passes because we really need to give them credit for what they're doing in women's basketball. Not just the competitiveness of the game that they're bringing back. It's the fact that they're just making it more interesting to watch, which is what somebody actually commented on my status earlier. They have made it more interesting to watch. They made it more of a game. I think that people thought women's basketball was too soft, too fragile. So they didn't want to watch it because it didn't present that same level of aggressiveness, competitiveness that the men's basketball, had. But now that they brought that static back, everybody want to watch. It's like, it be heating up. It's like it's a more intense, more passionate. And I hate to say, I keep saying aggressive, but it's just a more aggressive game, more competitive game. Maybe competitive is the word. More competitive game. And that makes people really, that really entertains people, makes people want to tune in. So shout out to them. I think that Also, wait, I also want to mention, so after last night's game, LSU, which is Angel Reese and Flau'jae, their team lost. They obviously had to do a press conference. And so obviously people were giving Angel she was catching a lot of backlash, unnecessary backlash, that's how they do it. But what I really love, which is today's topic, title of today's show, was the fact that Flau'jae came to her defense. She came to her defense because she stood up for her teammate, her friend, her sister, and said that you guys see a basketball player and you see stats and you see scores, but I know a real person. I know her. I know this loving, this caring, this funny person, my sister, not just my teammate, but my sister and my friend. And I think that is so important. Much like women in male dominated industries, they tend to want to turn women against each other so quickly, even if they're on the same team. And I know that the media wants to tear her down and ridicule her for the same things that they praise men for, but you always have to stop and acknowledge other women when they come to women's defense, because it is so easy to turn, just like the media turned on her. So I really wanted to commend Flau'jae for coming to her sister, to her friends' rescue, to her defense, because so often we watch other women sit by and say nothing while women are ridiculed. So I love to see the sisterhood. I love to see the competitiveness. Oh, I can't say that word. I love to see the hungry. I love to see the hustle and the grind in these girls when they are working on the fucking floor, when they cooking on the floor. Literally, it's just like inspiring. It's so thrilling. And it's so entertaining to watch them cook. I don't have no other word, but they be heating up on the floor, and it's so fun to watch. And it's also really fun to see sisters come to each other's defense when it comes to the media and at those press conferences. Another thing that I know I mentioned Flau'jae coming to Angel's defense. I really want to mention Angel speaking on her relationship with Caitlyn. I caught a clip that Angel did or was talking, and she said, that is my friend. Like, you guys see competitors and team and players on the court, and that's exactly what we are on the court. That's how I play on the court. But off the court, that's my girl. Like, we cool. We ain't got no beef, but on the court, we ain't friends, baby. This is a game and I want to win. And I respect that so much, because honestly, in all my honesty, it sounded like Kobe Bryant talking. I remember Kobe Bryant doing a clip, and he was like, when I go on the floor, this ain't none of that, baby. This is a game, and I want to win, and I want to beat you, and I want to beat you bad. It ain't nothing personal. This is all business. I'm here to do what I came to do, and I'm gonna do it damn well. And that's when she said that, when Angel Reese said that about her and Caitlyn being friends off the court, but on the court, they competitors. That's what I heard Kobe Bryant talking. And so it's super dope to have watched her speak on the camaraderie and the sisterhood that she has with Caitlyn, as well as Flau'jae coming to her defense when the media tried to ridicule her and definitely tear her down. I think it's not only inspiring to see these women bring that static back to women's basketball, it is motivating. It is opening doors and shining light on female athletes that this is possible. It's not just an opportunity to play basketball at a collegiate level or at the WNBA level, but this is an opportunity to really make a great legacy for yourself. And I really am excited to see who comes behind these women as a result of what they're doing now. So yeah, I'm really excited. I'm really excited to see what happens in women's basketball moving forward. But yeah, what you guys think? Have you guys been watching women's basketball? What y'all think about the LSU game? I know I just went on a little ramble. What y'all think about the LSU game? I love it. I think that I'm gonna watch some more. I didn't watch last night's game. I was really just watching the statuses on Facebook. But what do you guys think about the LSU game? What do y'all think about Flau'jae, Angel Reese, and Caitlyn? What y'all think about them? While you guys are dropping your comments in there, I do want to go ahead and give a quick shout out to tonight's sponsors. Huge, enormous thanks to tonight's sponsors. My Place Studio. Excuse me. I feel like I wanted to burp. Huge thanks to tonight's sponsor, My Place Studio, a premier content studio over in Wayne, Michigan. You guys, if you are looking for somewhere to record your Twitch streams, if you are looking to do yoga, or if you're looking to do tutorials or even teach a class, you got to hit up my people over at My Place Studio. You get your content fast. They promote your content for you, and it's quality stuff. Sometimes you can do it at home and DIY it if you want, or you can go book with my people over in My Place Studio, get your content fast, get some good quality content and stuff that's really going to help you get followers and grow your brand over there. So if you got time, take a chat, go take a look at them. Go take a look at their page, My Place Studio. You don't want to make the mistake of going elsewhere. Go to the best My Place Studio, y'all, over in Wayne, Michigan. So yeah, let's see here. Ooh, okay, my thing is freezing, you guys. But yeah, so I think that's really all I got for you guys tonight. I'm super excited. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you have not, make sure you go rewatch some clips or just check a couple clips out of the LSU and Iowa game. Like I said, I'm really excited for what the women do in college sports, especially college basketball. I'm super excited. I think they brought the static back. I think they're bringing, competitiveness. I think they're bringing that hustle, that grind, that hunger for the game. I think they're really showing what it's like to rebuild it brick by brick. And I really applaud these women for being able to handle and manage the media with such grace because they're really trying to tear them down. But shout out to them. Shout out to Angel Reese, Flaujae, and Kaylin for cooking up on the court yesterday, ladies. You guys inspire us. We admire you. And I really can't wait to see what you guys do moving forward. But that's really all I got for today, you guys. I'm going to go out the same way I came in, which is something I'm grateful for. I would say that I am super grateful to be able to breathe. I ain't even got nothing deep. I'm grateful that I got breath in my body because as long as I got breath in my body, I got another opportunity to follow the calling that God has set for me. So that's all I really got for y'all tonight. My name is Sherelle, y'all. I'm the host of Let's Talk the Show, and this ain't a podcast. I will see y'all next week. Peace.